Hello guys, today I plan to review another planes in World of Warplane. This time I'm going for Skua, the multi-role fighter, British line, and the tier 3. It's unlocked from the Demon, the same multi-role fighter, and it's unlocked from the second gun. When you unlock this plane, the setup for this plane is like this example. This is a Skua, or Skua. Sadly, I don't know how to spell it right. Common language is Skua. When you use this plane for first time, it's similar to the tier 2 planes in the condition of the speed and firepower. It has acceptable firepower with the rear gunner, but overall it doesn't have much of advantage over the other plane and very bad at turn fighting in the stuck mode. The first thing I recommend you to update in Skua is the A-frame. It gives you a lot advantage in dive speed and it's very useful for this plane, because overall this plane wasn't good for turn fighting in his tier and also lower one, and you should use it for hit and run tactic. You should use hit and run tactic in most of this game, beside the fight against the heavy fighter. After that, you should go for the top engine. It gives you a lot more speed, especially in low altitude, and it's very useful. After that, I recommend you to upgrade your rear gunner to have more damage against any target that's coming at your 6, or when you are doing the barrel roll or scissor. After that, the last thing I recommend you is upgrading the machine gun in your wing. And about the bombs, both of them is not recommended normally in the games, because it slows down a lot, as you can see. The top speed and also fire rate of climb is decreased a lot, and also the maneuvering effect a lot, as you can see. Rate of roll decrease, and average turn to turn is also affected by much. It's completely turned to the worse than stuck. If you plan to use the bomb and don't accept my recommendation, just use it at the times that you don't face the enemy. At the first second you see the enemy, just drop the bomb. It's very worse condition if you try to keep your bombs and going for a dogfight against the enemy fighter. About the equipment this plane can carry, I recommend you go for the improved optical sight, engine tuning, and improved radiator, because this plane needs both of them. If you plan to go for a better things, instead of using the improved radiator, go for a improved covering. It gives you more chance to stay alive and running away from the enemy. About the ammunition and the things you can carry, is I recommend you to go for the standard combination of the manual fire extinguisher, control surface stream, and pneumatic restarter. I don't recommend other things for now, because it's for event, and I would like to see what the other team will use. About the condition of the gun you will have, is the range of the machine gun is maximum 400 meters with the 100 damage. If you go higher, the chance of hitting is less, and after 500 meters you can't do any damage at all. I recommend you to fire from 300 meters around them. Overall, this plane is not a top notch, and I recommend you to go for this line for this plane after you at least play 500 games in World of Warplane and know the strong point and weak point of other plane against this plane. If you go use this plane for a start, you will have a lot of pain without that. And I think the speed is enough. I will show you some of the game in this plane. Here comes the first game. As you can see, I'm carrying the 500 pounds bomb, but I'm not planning to go with the bomb for dogfight. Instead, I'm grabbing my bombs I'm going for a target. I see that BF-110 is down there, but decide to go after the XF4 to cover my teammate 6. Just tried to bomb trap, but he failed. I'm trying to finish him, but he finished my teammate sooner. I'm not going for 10 fighting because I know that I will fail. Instead, I'm going after BF-110 because he loses a lot of energy and gives me a chance to also run away at the same time as going after him. Also checking my sticks at this time to see what the XF4 is doing. As you can see, it's a Havoc 75. That's a tactic you should always use. Change target as fast as possible and not going after the same target. Okay. The Havoc 75 used the chance to come behind my sticks. I'm diving to gain a speed. That's the only tactic I can use against him to also to stay alive. In this fight I can run away very easily, and the only chance I have is going for my teammates and change our target when I pass it around him and he go after my target and he do that. That's a very important tactic that you should always do. If you see some of your teammates coming at you and he has someone in his sticks, you could go after his sticks and he could go after your sticks. This way both of you can cover each other very easily. As you can see, we both break off our 6 tails and easily run away. That Havoc 75 is still coming at my sticks, but he can't keep much of me. As you can see, there is someone also on his sticks, and he is still focusing on me. That's the wrong tactic that you could do when you're going after someone, and he's dead. Now I'm going to after the next target. And he's dead. As you can see, this plane is very hard to use in the low altitude and also in the low speed. There's not much left in these games, and I think I will go to the next game. Here comes another games. As you can see, in these games I'm high altitude and the condition of around me wasn't good. As you can see, there's a lot of high altitude target, and this plane, if you go to the 10 fighting, it won't turn out very good. I'm waiting to see who will come after me or coming from the low to face him. I see that if there is the nearest one and going after him. That wasn't bad a tactic, and you should always do that, and also always check around yourself. I'm trying to shoot at him, but when I see that he's diving, I break off, because if this plane loses his altitude and energy, he's in worse condition. Instead, I decide to go to my teammate's side and use my boost to go as fast as possible. That BF-110 is using his energy, his boost to make them stall and give me a chance to fire at them, as you can see. It's a very good tactic when you are 2 players and one of you cover each other. But the condition of using this tactic is you have a good plane to can go up, or in the good condition to go after your teammate. I think I tell it in the hard way. That I still trying so hard to stay alive, but this isn't good condition for him. He should go and try to 10 fight in the lower altitude to have a better advantage. As you can see, one of the FW coming head on with me, trying to turn around and face me, but I didn't give him chance. I see another FW also and try to go at his sticks and force them to break off. And again I change target because if I stay too much and use too much energy, use less. In this plane, you should always keep your guns alive because that's the only thing you could do in this plane. This guy trying to break off and going inside me. I can go around and going after him. Instead, I'm going forward and try to gain energy. I'm also trying to look around myself and see what's the condition. I see that after you try to turn around, you're probably going to cover his teammates. But it's not a good condition because heavy fighting low altitude have a big disadvantage in turn fighting and also speed. He's also in the AA, around the AAs, it also gives him more problem. As you can see, he can't run away anymore, and he's finished. That's the last plane. As you can see, we are not trying to stay around him too much. I think that's enough, and we are going to the next game. Here comes the next game. This time we are in Harbor. This map is small and used normally for low tire games. And as you can see, this is the low tire games also. As you can see, I'm not trying to turn around and try to turn fight with him. Instead, I'm trying to break off and make a space for going another head-on. In a squad, you should never go for turn fighting with most of the planes, especially the low tire one, because they can overturn you and come to your stick very easily. Instead, you should use your speed and boost to have an advantage over them and going for head-on if possible. As you can see, I'm also trying to clear my teammate's sticks. It's another important things you should do in using the Skua. That D-17 is trying to stay around him, but when I force him to break off, he's in very worse condition. He loses most of his energy and can't run away from me anymore. And I should let my gun cool down. It's important to stay alive your guns, but not at the point of overheating your gun. That sometimes I forget and mistake also. As you can see, I'm not turning around. Instead going after the next target that's going to head on with me. The only important target that I have is the AO-192. They have the same output fire as me and can hurt me a lot head on. I don't recommend you to head on with them so fast, especially if they are the AI. Now he's at my mercy because I can go and turn fight with him and have a lot of advantage. But sadly, enemy team is also coming after my sticks. If you are in this condition, the best thing you can do is trying to break off and run away from them. If you are alone like this condition, you are in the worst possible condition and running away very hard. It's the tier 3 games with some tier 2. As you can see, I'm going after my bombs. Because if you are going for a dogfight, the carrying bomb is so stupid. I'm trying to find the best target I can find and look around to see if anyone coming after me or not. This is the most important tactic you should use with a Skua. At most of the time you should use your Skua as a tail killer for your teammates. Wow, that's so close. Lots of guys going for head on. And someone also coming at my 6. This game have a lot of targets that going after me. I'm trying to not going so low or so slow, because if you are so slow in this world, it's a very big problem. This game is so high altitude one, and if you are not careful, you will be in big problem. I'm trying to focus on not one target and see where is everyone, to not give my 6 easily. He's going down, I'm not going after him, because there is a lot of high target still there. And decide in between them and decide to go in after this one. Do not give him easy time for aiming. There's also one of my AO around me that gives me more chance to face them. I'm using at the best chance to shoot at them when you are going so slow, as you can see. And I'm not going after him when he's going diving down, because I need my speed and altitude. I'm looking around to see where is everyone else and try to find them. And overall, that's kind of the thing you should use with your Skua, because in the low tire like this, you try to stand fight, you will be in big problem, and if you go so slow in high altitude, you will also will be in big problem thanks to the heavy fighter. As you can see, I'm not staying in one point and giving them an easy time to aim at me. I think that's enough. I will go to the next game. Here comes another game. As you can see, I'm carrying bombs, but I'm too far from enemy, and I decide to drop my bomb this time on the target, and then going after dogfight. If you have a times for dropping your bomb, you can do that, but not if you see that your team need you. You should drop your bomb soon and going after dogfight. Here comes the first target for head on with me, and here come. That's one of the good points about this plane when he's going head on with other planes, especially the enemy fighter. If they are in the same tire or lower, this plane have a lots of more chance to ram them easily without losing much of HP. You should always keep that in mind. If you're fighting this kind of plane, you should never go in for head on with them. And if you're using a Skua, you should always go for head on, because it gives you more chance to kill them. This guy is not going for the head on, and I'm not trying to turn around, because I know that if I turn around, I will lose my energy and speed very easily. I see that the other side is so full of enemy and only 3 of my teammates there. I try to increase the odds for winning of the 6 now. I'm trying to go after the lowest energy bound and lowest speed, and also not trying to go for a turn fighting, because if I go for a turn fighting, I will be in the worst condition and they can come to my 6 very easily. As you can see, there is a lot of bullets coming around me. Dragon also damaging him, and happily my team is also covering my 6. That's a very important point when you see that one of your teammates have someone on his 6 and he's going for a stall. You should cover his 6 very fast and give him chance to stay alive. And again, I'm not going for a turn fight or diving attach, because I know that I will be in big problem. I am too fast and overshoot him. I'm going for altitude to gain energy again and going after him. This way I don't waste my energy and still going after him. That's one of the best example that you should never go for turn fight. Someone also fire at me. That's so close. My teammate also fire at me. I hope this information will be useful for you guys when you are planning to use Skua, and good luck in the game.